What's going on, everybody? It's Afro Think Tank. I decided I was going to take myself to Nigeria, go back home. You see, when I go to Nigeria, I'm just going to my other house, to my other home, to my other family, and that's what I'm doing. So I just want you guys to see at night that they do in fact have lights, and they do in fact work. There is in fact roads, and they do in fact work. Just like every other place, you have developed areas and undeveloped areas. I can take you to America and show you very undeveloped areas. I can take you to America and I can show you very poor people. I can take you to America and show you very disgusting places. But I don't, right? And I don't do that in Africa. Even though, reality, every place has poor people, has people that's doing okay, have people that's doing great, every place. And of course, there are greater things happening that these people cannot, do anything about. But best believe, in about 10 years, Nigeria will be where it needs to be. And that is on top of the world. That is at the height of economic power. And that is one of the many nodes in this new multipolar world where there will be multiple points of economic and social power, which is much better than having white people run shit, because clearly they're not very good stewards of this earth. What's going on, guys? I'm in Nigeria. I'm at the motor park. At the motor park, you can get anywhere in Nigeria. They have these little buses, little vans. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. At night, everybody's moving about. It's nighttime, it's dark, but it's real busy. So I'm not rich, so I like to travel as cheaply as possible. This is the cheapest way to travel. All right, don't cost me a couple bucks. It'll be about a 6-hour trip, because I live in the sticks. All right, not really, I'm not in the sticks, but I prefer the countryside. Like, I'm not a big city person because I live in the city. I don't come all the way to Nigeria to be in another city that reminds me of the city I just came from with the same black folk in it. I gotta go out to the countryside. I love the country. It's like going down to North Carolina. All right, but I gotta travel. So I'm just sitting here. Well, actually, I just got here. My van don't leave. It probably gonna leave. Honestly, probably gonna leave for a couple hours. But here's the good thing: you ain't gotta worry about buying snacks. I mean, you ain't gotta worry about bringing snacks, because there's snacks everywhere. And anything else you want to buy while you're sitting here waiting to go. You want to buy a Bluetooth, iPhone, a goddamn books, whatever. Somebody gonna knock on the door and try to sell it to you. Snacks, all the crap that we be eating, everything. They got everything we got in America. They got here. Dollar General, Dollar Store, Dollar Tree, all that shit is being hawked on the street. I swear to God, I think Nigerians go to Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Dollar General, and they just like bring that shit here and sell that shit outside. I swear to God, it be the same stuff. Anyway, let's get moving. Every time I come to Nigeria, when I fly like straight, like during the day, I get hella jet lag. Like, I'm tired. It's during the day though, but I'm tired. It's gonna take me about a couple days because we're 6 hours ahead here. And I should be sleep. I feel like I should be asleep. You know? I'm trying to sleep in this daggone bus. That's the bus. I'm all the way in the back. Alright. I like to travel cheap. Alright, it's convenience over luxury. Convenience over luxury. We had a little gas station stop. Quite busy. Getting all our snacks. The good thing is you can get any snacks all you want. Right? And you got your little store. Of course, you walk in there and get, you know, stuff out the store. But you can get anything you want. And you can use US dollars if you want. I would never recommend it. Ever. I would never recommend using US dollars in Nigeria. Always use Naira. Don't even show your goddamn US dollars, all right? You're gonna get scammed. I think like, oh, because they're gonna, just don't do it, all right? You don't need it. Like I said, I'm in the back. We packed up in this joint like Mexicans. Like Mexicans. You look at the back of everybody's head, you'd never know where they from. I always say that. When you're sitting in the back, if you need an indicator that these your people, just look at their head. Look at that. All right? Look at that's their head. All right, that's black. That's yours. Them your back of your head. Them kitchens right there. Look at that. Huh? That's your head. All right? You cannot say these ain't your people. All right, so the goddamn van broke down. It happens. Right? It happens. But I tell you what, no problems, because they're gonna fix it. I told you, Nigerian can fix a truck with a piece of duct tape, some plastic they found on the ground, and some bubble gum they bought off the side of the road. No bull. All right, so one thing they do have, I have to let you guys know, you know that pile of trash you always see? Let me show you. That you see in Africa. We just gonna handle this shit right now. You see piles of trash, right? So this is what they do, right? Now there is trash, right? But they collect the trash every, I think it's Monday or Sunday. They scoot all the trash and some comes and get it. Because you would think that if they didn't collect the trash, Nigeria or Africa would look like India. You see, in India, they don't collect the trash. The shit just be right there. In Africa, they collect the trash at some point. It's just that throughout the week, it adds up. And then, you know, they have to do environmental. It's mandatory for everybody to do environmental. So there are periods of time where you won't see any trash. But then, of course, you know, the accumulation. And then, of course, and then you'll see it. And that's what they show you when when white boys go to Africa, they go straight to the trash pile. Look at that. There's that they go straight to the trash pile. But I mean, shit, we got trash piles in America. You don't see no American tourists going there to the dump to show our shit, right? The same thing here. You know, we just gotta change the narrative. So and the roads are not all that goddamn bad, y'all. Roads fine, right? Roads been fine since, you know, the roads are not as bad as you think. The roads are bad. The roads are bad when you go deep, right, in the super rural areas where there's not, well, it's still a billion people out there. Even in the rural areas, like a billion people. It ain't like the country in America where rural areas it seem like it's less populated. Nah, up in here, man, these Nigerians come out the goddamn trees and she's like, where you come from? Like, they everywhere. I'm telling you, they don't know. There's a billion people in Nigeria, yo. There's a billion people in, I'm telling you, there's a billion people here. But yeah, but so, you know, we just got to change the narrative, right? And there are systems that need to be put in place to make things work better. But that's most places. I mean, if you think about it, most places that didn't have 500 years of free slave labor are pretty much right here. I've traveled all over the world. The development of Africa is pretty consistent with the development of the rest of the world outside of the white Western world that developed their white Wakandas by stealing from this place. So I'm just saying, yeah. Yo, I want to teach something, all right? You know how you have the different tribes, right? You got the Igbos, the Yorubas, and the Hausas, right? Those are the main tribes in Nigeria. There are other smaller tribes, but those are the main tribes. Some other tribes are branches off those tribes, right? For the most part, right? But these people in Nigeria are the same racial group of people. They're the same, like when I say they're the same people, like the only difference, first of all, tribe just by definition means group. The African tribes in Africa are African nations. White people use the word tribe, right? Because you remember back in the day, they made us believe tribe meant like little savage people with loincloth and and spears and shit. That's so in your brain when you think tribe, that's what you think. They want you to think that, like primitive, right? But the Hausa nation were nation city-states, like Greek city-states. It was great culture, great city-states. They're horsemen. So you know the people of the west of in Texas and the west coast of America, those African Americans that's out there that got that horse culture, the Hausa's Africans. You see, we brought the horse culture to America because we had horse culture here in Nigeria. The Hausa people are the horse culture nation. All right, those are the people with the horses. So you look in Texas, you know, them cowboys down there. If you from Texas, right, you ride horses. No, this is where you got it from these people. So I'm gonna show you what they look like. All right, these are particularly Hausa, not Igbo, not Yoruba, but Hausa. I'm trying to be careful because I don't like sticking cameras in people's faces. You got to be real sensitive when you're going to different countries. But this is what Hausas look like. The great Hausa nation that's been infiltrated by Fulanis, who are another African group outside of Nigeria. They're not from Nigeria, the Fulanis, but they're here. Kind of like in America, they say criminal illegal aliens. It's kind of like that here with them. And then they're very Islamic. They're the ones who bring the Fulanis bring the extreme Islam. They're the ones causing all the problems. And most of the victims are Hausa, other Muslims. All right, because Hausas are Muslim. They done took on Islam, even though they have their own traditional religion as well, right? Which they still practice, by the way, just so you know. So now that is what you call a Hausa woman. It could be any African American woman you see. That's a Hausa man. Any African black man, period. That's just what they look like. All right. And so you got this guy. I just bought some sugar cane from him. He's cutting up some sweet sugar cane. That's a Hausa man, right? These all Hausas, right? These are the bikemen. They're Hausas. You can't. They're all literally the same. They're the same goddamn people. Like I swear, they're all Hausas, Igbos, Yorubas. They're all the same people. And Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. There's all the same. Listen. All of these West Africans are racially, legitimately the same people. Us African, we're all the same exact racial group. Just ethnically, we are different because we have different cultures, because we all collectively come from different city-states and nations, right? That all come from other older city-states and nations. You understand? So it's just a disbursement and are we coming together? Like just like these Hausas, they live in, we are in Yoruba land. But these Hausas who have Hausa land live in Yoruba land. There are a lot of Igbos who are from Igbo land that live in Yoruba land. There are Yorubas who live in Igbo land. Right? You got to understand, Nigeria by itself is a continent within the continent of Africa, because Nigeria represents many different countries forced together by Britain. So that's just what it is. So that's what you got to understand about Nigeria. Just wanted to teach you that real quick. So hours and hours have passed. Finally got off this buff. They fixed it. It took a while. He had to get this whole part. All right, like it wasn't a regular part. He had to get a whole, I think, a brake caliber something. Right? Like we was there for like 2 hours. It was like a serious emergency. Like they all, you know, things break down, but this joint really broke down. But like I said, Nigerian put that joint back together. I think he went somewhere and made it and shit. I think he like forged it or some shit, and then, you know, put that shit on there or some shit like that, man. Got to working. Good driver. And now this is my vehicle, my actual vehicle. Got insurance and everything. So now I drive myself around town, and that's a smart thing to do, especially when you stay away from people trying to do all this. You just let the goddamn professional drivers go through all that. You know me, I ain't giving nobody nothing, so we can sit there all day long. Ain't not a nobody getting a bribe from me. Sorry. I'm at my bar shop. Got to stop there first. Check on operations, huh? They already done cooked your boy, you know, dinner. My dinner's already cooked because they knew I was coming. See, that's kind of hospitality they got here, all right, in Nigeria. The same way when you go down south, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, Auntie and them know you coming down there in North Carolina. She go up in that junk, it's going to be a whole breakfast spread. By the time you finish eating breakfast, you full. You got the itis, she on the couch. She in there cooking lunch. And you eat them big old sandwiches and some chips she going to make you for lunch. She in there cooking dinner. That's how it is here, man. They just keep feeding you. And all the food's organic. So that's wonderful, yeah. So my trip is over. All my welcome food is here. I got my cold ice water, long travel, but I am done. Now I'm about to go home. All right, and then figure out what videos I'm gonna be throwing out there, you know what I'm saying? I do have 5G LTE network out here. I'll just let you know. I do got 5G out here in the village. So you know what I mean, you can get all that. I got my Xbox waiting for me too. Gotta go download freaking Arc Raiders, because you think I'm gonna come to Nigeria and not be playing Arc Raiders? Listen, I ain't been out. I ain't been out in the game in like 3 days, all right? I'm lagging behind. I got loot to get. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. It's Afro Think Tank. Hope you enjoyed my travel. I'm out.
'Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.